Good morning, students. Today we are going to revise our lesson with revolt of 1857. We had already done our lesson, so today we are going to discuss about the various causes of the revolt. Various causes. The first cause was what? The first cause was the political cause. In that political cause, there were aggressive policies. The policy of Lord Dalhousie. In that, Dalhousie annexed the states of Satara, Nagpur, and Jhansi by applying the doctrine of lapse, and thus Nana Sahib was also affected. With the adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao II, pensioner, was denied a pension after his father's death. Bahadur Shah Zafar, the Mughal emperor, lived in Delhi as a pensioner of the British. The annexation of Awadh on the grounds of maladministration outraged the people of India for revolt. The British showed scant respect to the treaties which were signed with the Britishers, and they started to create their own monopoly. Now, so in this situation came the economic causes also. The land revenue system introduced by the British caused great hardship and misery among the peasants. Under the zamindari system, for instance, the peasants were oppressed by the zamindars and exploited by the money lenders. If the cultivators failed to pay the land revenue to zamindars or return the loans to the money lenders on time, they were often flogged, tortured, or jailed. Landlords also suffered from a sense of insecurity. Thousands of jagirs were confiscated by Bentinck and Dalhousie when they were unable to produce written title deeds of ownership. When Awadh was annexed, the estates of zamindars and talukdars were confiscated. So in this situation, the interest of Indian economy was also sacrificed for interest of British trade industry. This led to the collapse of the economic system of India, which was a very big setback for the Indians. Hence, they started to revolt. These are the certain causes which entered India into the revolt phase. There were social causes also. The Britishers were forcing the Indians to become with a westernized culture, to adopt the English language and to adopt Christianity. This was one of the causes also, and plus the Sati Pratha system and all was forcefully being entered and by the Britishers. The Remarriage Act, the Video Remarriage Act introduced of the women's education caused deep resentment among the orthodox sections of society who were not supporting the changes in the women liberations. So the effects of missionaries to convert the people to Christianity was one of the effects. The introduction of railways and post and telegraphs aroused great doubts and fears, on especially among the simple villagers. The British looked down upon the Indians and followed a policy of racial discrimination. There were military causes now, which was a very big effect, as the sepoys had held the British and established the empire in India, but they were neither appreciated nor they used to get good salary or good wages. An Indian soldier was paid much less salary than his British counterpart. Many of the senior British officers were old and incompetent, thus were incompetent with their against the Indian soldiers, but these Indian soldiers were not appreciated at all. In 1856, an act was passed which made it compulsory for all the new recruits to serve overseas if required. This hurt the sentiments of the Hindus because they believed that the overseas travel would lead to the loss of the caste. Next was the Indian soldiers greatly outnumbered the British soldiers. In 1856, the number of sepoys in British army was more than 5 times that of the British soldiers. This embodied the sepoys to take up the arms against their foreign masters. There was certain immediate cause of the revolt of 1857. By 1857, the country was seething with discontent. All that was needed was a spark to trigger off an explosion. The issue of grease cartridges was one of the point. We have already done in the video. So just a revision work. Let us come to, we have already done the rumor of the in Dum Dum, that is called grease cartridges, fat of the animals was used. So it was the rumors which was spreading and which brought wildfire among the soldiers who come up into the revolt. On 29th March 1857, Mangal Pandey, a sepoy of Barrackpur, refused to use the cartridge and attacked his seniors. He was hanged to death. In the eyes of his fellow sepoys, Mangal Pandey was not a rebel but a martyr. So they were publicly stripped off of their uniform, put in fetters, and presence of the entire brigade thrown into the jail. Now, this was shown as the example who used to revolt against the Britishers. This was the torture done to them. There were certain events of the revolt which took place in Meerut, in Delhi. In Meerut also we have done. Delhi, the next morning they marched to Delhi, where they joined by the local sepoys. They killed the Europeans officers and captured the city. On 11th May 1857, Bahadur Shah Zafar was persuaded to accept the leadership of the revolt. He was proclaimed Emperor of the Hindustan. There was jubilation all around. The restoration of the Mughal Empire was proclaimed with the booming of guns. News quickly spread to the company, and the Raj had come to an end. Which Raj? The British Raj had come to an end. So the Sepoy revolt had been transformed into the War of Independence now. Inspired by the capture of Delhi, rebellions broke out over a wide area covering the northwestern province, central India and western Bihar. Similarly, Bahadur Shah Zafar was taken prisoner, tried and exiled to Rangoon. The royal prince's sons and one grandson of Bahadur Shah was shot down. This was a criminal offence of the Britishers. At what level they have went down. So centers and leaders of the revolt, various areas revolt was there. The chapter is giving you, that is Kanpur, Lucknow and Jhansi, which you have to read. In Kanpur, where it was under Nana Sahib, the daughter son of the former Peshwa Baji Rao II, he captured Kanpur and proclaimed himself the Peshwa. His victory was short-lived. British reinforcement arrived. Kanpur was recaptured. The rebels were punished severely and Nana Sahib escaped. His brilliant commander Tantia Tope continued the struggle but was later arrested and hanged. Lucknow, the sepoys in Lucknow were joined by disbanded soldiers of the old Awadh army. The revolt was led by Hazrat Mahal, the queen of the deposed and exiled Nawab of Awadh. The British forces were defeated and besieged in the Lucknow residency. For several months, fresh reinforcement arrived from England, and Lucknow was recaptured. All the rebels who were captured were hanged, and Queen escaped to Nepal. Now, Jhansi. In Jhansi, the revolt in Jhansi in central India was led by the bravest and the best Lakshmi Bai. We all had done in the video, but again, we just a slight glimpse we are doing over it. She fought gallantly. Gallantly means very bravely against the British forces. Fierce fighting followed. Rani was dressed like a soldier. Fierce battle took place. She symbolized courage and bravery and spirit of freedom. Rani Lakshmibai became the most enduring symbol of the greatest inspiration force for the future. She fought in the field, but at the end she died. In July 1858, 14 months after the outbreak of Meerut, peace was declared. The revolt had been crushed and British Empire had survived there. This was the result. And everywhere British was winning. So then came the results of the revolt. The rule of the English East India Company came to an end. India now came under direct rule of the British Parliament. Queen Victoria issued a proclamation promising to look after the welfare of the Indian people. Treaties with Indian states would be honoured. Doctrine of lapse was abolished. The right to adopt sons as legal heirs was acknowledged. A general pardon was granted to all the rebels except those who had killed British subjects. The British government would not interfere in social and religious customs. Indians would be given opportunities to be associated with the administration. The army was reorganized and strengthened. There was certain nature of the revolt. European historians had described. Nature of the revolt means they are characterizing the different natures, how the revolt had took place. The revolt was outcome of the accumulated grievances of the different sections of people, and those who joined the revolt had different reasons and different motives, but they were united in their hatred of the British, and it was wide popular support of various sections of society. Even the boatmen of Lucknow refused to carry British soldiers across the river. The struggle created a strong bonding and a sense of unity between the Hindus and the Muslims. They fought shoulder to shoulder against a common enemy. Hence, the revolt was not a mutiny, it was the first large popular uprising against the various social, religious, and economic injustice which was done by the foreign rule, and which exploded in the form of the revolt of 1857. This explosion was seen in the form of revolt of 1857, where the people, frustration, fear, the torture, suppression had come out in the burst of the revolt. Though it was not full successful, but we can tell it achieved at a certain level. It had put a glimpse in the mind of the Britishers that if Indians united can come up into a big phase. So in this way we have completed our lesson. We did the revision work. We had completed the lesson with full completion of reading and explanation. But we all will do the revision exercise today. You will get a worksheet link. So you all do it and solve it and submit it. Okay. Thank you, students.